announces someone has opened the repair airlock and that there's an unidentified object approaching. To everyone's shock, they suddenly see a frozen Peter floating outside. Dr. David thinks Peter ended things because he couldn't live with his mistake, but Dr. Leona refuses to believe it because she's known Peter for 8 years and he wasn't that kind of guy. Steven scolds her for crying over the guy that has doomed humanity and orders her to take over Peter's duties from now on. Later, David shares that when his daughter died, he also almost ended things, but he thought he could be useful instead. Now that the mission is over, he's feeling useless again, but Steven promises him they'll find a solution. At that moment, the ship comes across a planet made of volcanic rock. It doesn't have oxygen, but the outside environment isn't aggressive, meaning they'd only need breathing masks. Steven thinks it's the perfect alternative to carry on their plan and is eager to land, but Captain Ryan stops him, pointing out they didn't do a proper examination of the planet yet, so Steven is recklessly risking the safety of the crew. Steven doesn't care though, and reminds everyone he's the one calling the shots here. The team will go down on a shuttle while Officer Richard stays on the mothership. As soon as the shuttle comes closer to the planet, they encounter a very aggressive storm, so they have to activate the braking thrusters to slow their fall. It'll also use up all their fuel and prevent them from coming back, but it's their only chance to survive. As the shuttle hits the ground, the crew passes out and Steven dreams of the time he gifted Amy a bracelet made with a particular part of the old sphere, trying to connect the two most important things to him. Moments later, the crew wakes up and immediately gets back to work. The shuttle hasn't received critical damage, but the fuel is low and they're stuck here. Steven doesn't see the problem with this because they came to stay for 4 years, and even if they didn't land on the spot they wanted, he's sure they can use one of the huge caves as a dome for the sphere to be launched in. Meanwhile, in the hidden corridors of the shuttle, a weird goo drops off the walls. In the mothership, Richard does an inspection of the other rooms and finds this goo as well together with the missing camera. Once everyone is properly suited up, the crew takes the sphere to the nearest cave and activates it successfully. Then they return to the shuttle to begin collecting data, but Ryan interrupts their work to announce martial law is in effect in the station. To explain his decision, he shares some